So this is what you guys all look like naked. Thank you, madame. Hi, can you guys hear this? There's no point in using this.
No, she's yelling.
Hi, my name's Andy Morrison, and I'm here to present the roast of Paul Morrison. Oh, sorry, the Hall of Fame induction for my good friend Paul Morrison. Paul broke into the league in 1991, and frankly, the league has never been the same since. He started playing with a team called Otis and the Funky Lay, which later morphed into Girly Drink Drunks, and the rest, as they say, is history. When I asked Paul about why Ultimate, I said, "Paul, why Ultimate?" And quite simply, he said that Ultimate was special. It attracted smart and interesting people who were open-minded enough to try a new game that was being championed by their dorkiest of friends. You see, Paul has a way with words. And if you've played with him, against him, or in close proximity to him, you already understand that. Sure, his coaching and his help and his tips may have come with maybe a tad of sarcasm or even a dash of condescension at times. But if you were the target, it's probably because you did something stupid. Because Paul has a way with words. The funniest thing I've ever heard Paul say on the field was to an unfortunate teammate who could not remember what the force was. The force, in this case, happened to be home. And this poor unfortunate player, who shall remain nameless, it wasn't me, was holding the wrong force. And Paul said, "The force is home." Fell on deaf ears. Nothing changed. Sure enough, he says it again, slightly more emphatically this time. "The force is home." Nothing. So lastly, fully exasperated, Paul says, "The force is home and not your home. I don't know where you live." He has a way with words. But unfortunately, Paul never gets the credit for what he doesn't say. That's quite true. So when I began to speak with OCUA about giving this speech for Paul, I had to ask, was Paul being inducted as a player or as a builder? Sorry. I think a strong case could be made for both. When you look at his achievements, they're quite impressive. 7 national championships, 1 with, in the open category with Wax, 3 with Glum, 2 with Was, and 1 with Bad Daddy. He has represented Canada at Finland and won what he refers to as a hateful silver medal. But more infamously, that tournament spilled his double rum and coke all over the Team Canada breakfast table, much to his teammates' surprise. He was maybe our most intoxicated, but definitely our most consistent and best player for that tournament. He has played at UPAs more times than I can count, placing as high as 3rd, and I think he's got 5 top 5 finishes at UPAs in Sarasota, which is fairly impressive. He has 6 city championships that I know of, and 1 Godzilla championship. Now, I think we can all agree that that's a fairly good resume. What's less obvious about Paul is that Paul is someone who plays and coaches and contributes across all levels of Ultimate. From the late night indoor beer rec leagues, all the way to Godzilla Championship, Girly Drink Drunk teams, and frankly, everything else in between. Paul could always be found subbing, or coaching, or playing pickup, and it didn't matter what night, what team, or what level. There are probably few players in our league that have played as many games across as many tiers and played with and helped as many people as our friend Paul. Which is why I think that you can make a fairly good case that he's not only a great player, but a great builder and a great promoter of Ultimate as well. Paul plays the game quite simply because he loves the people. And I quote, "The people have been the dominant reason why it is still my favorite sport, and why I still try to play it today despite complaints from most of my bodily regions." Congratulations, Paul, on your induction to the Hall of Fame. It is very richly deserved. I humbly accept this award, on Paul's behalf, and I will leave you all with one final thought. Paul, by virtue of this award, I think your peers and your teammates are all finally giving you credit for the things that you didn't say over all these many years. Thank you very much.